Voters in the Anoka-Hennepin school communities will see a referendum on the ballot this November. To help inform voters before it's time to mark up a ballot, community meetings will be held starting Tuesday night. For more on this year's referendum, reporter Nina Bupasavan has a breakdown.
Referendum 2021 in the Anoka-Hennepin district includes 3 questions about school levies. The first 2 are renewals and would result in no increase in taxes. Question 1 is about the operating levy that renews 9.3% of the district's operating budget to help maintain the current class sizes, level of teaching, transportation, and elective programs. The second is the capital projects levy to provide technology and tools to help students learn in the classroom. We're talking computers, audio-enhanced classrooms, and broadband infrastructure. The third is continuing mental health and social emotional resources that is currently provided through one-time federal funding that expires next school year. Approval of this question would result in a $10 increase for the $250,000 home. There are a series of upcoming community meetings where voters can learn more about what's on the ballot.
We have learned from gathering with community over the last few years that people like the opportunity to come and hear information. And then we have 2 opportunities, rather than to stand up and ask a question to the whole world, where we have learned people aren't comfortable necessarily asking their personal question, to be able to walk up to someone and say, hey, my child receives this type of services, how will this be impacted? Or I'd like to see this type of service offered, will this provide that opportunity? And then we also do electronic surveys for people to weigh in on them.
There are informational meetings at the 5 high schools in the district. The meetings start at 6:30 p.m. and they will be live streamed. We put a link to all of this information and the district's breakdown of the referendum on our website, ccxmedia.org.
The Minnesota Department of Health is extending its COVID-19 mobile vaccination program as the number of reported COVID-19 cases continue to rise. The department says the mobile buses will help serve underserved populations and communities of color. The 6 mobile vaccination units in service from April through August administered more than 7,200 doses of vaccine across the state, including in places like Brooklyn Park and Brooklyn Center, where there have been a high number of COVID-19 cases. Health officials say the program was so successful, they're keeping 2 of the mobile vaccination units in service. For more information on where the mobile vaccination bus will be, head to our website, ccxmedia.org. Some Minnesota lawmakers are touring sites of proposed capital investments in the northwest suburbs. On Tuesday, members of the House Capital Investment Committee visited locations in Osseo, Maple Grove, and Brooklyn Park. One of the stops included the Hennepin County Recycling Center and Transfer Station in Brooklyn Park. Officials want to add something called an anaerobic digester adjacent to the transfer station. It would help recycle organic waste and create energy too.
You think about Thanksgiving dinner, you eat, you create compost, you create gas. That's what it is. We're going to take organics, we're going to recycle it, we're going to create gas, which we're going to sell back to the utilities. So we're going to put that back in the system. Then we're going to use whatever's left over to create compost that people can come and pick up.
The bonding request for the project was $21 million. Officials say the anaerobic digester could recycle about 30% of organic waste. The Caribbean island of Trinidad is nearly 5,000 miles away. But as Delane Cleveland reports in this week's edition of Takeout Tuesday, anyone craving Caribbean food doesn't have to escape to an island.
This is curry goat right here.
Nicole Frazier is in the business of making people happy.
And this is pretty mild.
Her method for doing so is a tale as old as time. Feed them food that they'll enjoy.
Authentic Caribbean food, made from scratch.
Frazier is the owner of Caribbean Tasty, a food truck that occasionally sets up shop in the parking lot of the Brooklyn Park Fleet Farm.
My dream was just to be my own little, business owner. And since I love to cook, and I like to make things tasty, I figure why not?
She launched Caribbean Tasty in July, serving up hearty portions of the food that she learned how to make at the age of 9 in her native country of Trinidad. In case you were wondering, she goes easy on the spice.
It's not gonna have you jumping around, drinking a bunch of water or anything like that, but It's in the middle there.
Her menu consists of things like jerk chicken, red beans and rice, plantains, and Jamaican beef patties, items that are few and far between in the Northwest Metro.
I know it's not, a lot of Caribbean dishes around in Minnesota, so it adds to the whole, I should say, that's missing.
This food truck is just the start. Next spring, she plans to open a standalone restaurant in Minneapolis, offering another opportunity for people to get a little taste of the Caribbean.
My goal is to make everyone happy,
I've got one of the combination plates here, and it's just the perfect blend of seasoning and spices. So I'm going to enjoy this. If you want to check it out, come out to the Mills Fleet Farm parking lot in Brooklyn Park. In Brooklyn Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Some seniors in Plymouth got outside with a purpose on Tuesday afternoon. For the first time since the pandemic, seniors came together in the Walk to End Alzheimer's.
Today we're doing our actual walk. The Twin City Walk to End Alzheimer's was at Twin Stadium on the 18th, but in order to protect our residents, we really wanted to have it here and not be in such a big crowd.
More than 30 people on the team held a variety of fundraisers like a dog wash, penny wars, or cookie grams over the past several weeks to raise money to meet a $10,000 goal. Trillium Woods residents and staff decked out in purple for the festivities that wrapped up with a walk on a beautiful September afternoon.